All right, welcome to another forex session. Now, I've been getting a lot of, complaints from traders about entry. So many traders have entry as a challenge, but actually entry is one of the simplest aspects of forex. And I'll be showing us the best way to enter into a trade, And I want us to not just go through this lecture, but try and practice everything that I'll be showing you on this lecture. Now, the first point I want to make is in forex, always wait for some kind of a breakout of structure, retracement. Then you wait for a candlestick with momentum, a candlestick with big body, a candlestick with obvious weak rejection. We can go through the lectures on candlestick with big body and candlestick with obvious weak retracement to actually get to understand this properly. A break of structure, retracement, and your entry will be the candlestick with body or the candlestick with obvious rejection. In this series, we'll be taking entry in various pairs. We're going to be analyzing some pairs, then we'll identify chart patterns and locate logical and best entry point. Now, I also want to advise us that our entry should be based on a break and a retest of chart pattern. Now, like I said in the chart pattern series, that the name of the chart is not as important as understanding what the chart is doing or what the market is expected to do, okay? And everything about chart is mainly about retracement and break of structure, just that the market retrace in different form. Now, if you look at your chart, let me just give you a brief, introduction on this. We'll talk more as we continue in this series. Now, this is the market. And okay, before I continue, I also want to say something. Please, always trade with the trend. This concept is very common, but I noticed that many a times we read from materials, we watch tutorials, we attend seminars, and they keep telling us, always trade with the trend, always trade with the trend, but we'll enter into the market, we'll keep entering trade against the trend. And I don't know if you have asked yourself why. That's psychology. But please, always trade with the trend. Always trade with the trend. It is very, very important. It is very, very important. You have to be disciplined enough to trade with the trend. That is why you should have your trading plan. Have your monthly plan, weekly plan, daily plan. If you are a position trader, have your yearly plan. And these things will help you to know what to do, when to do it, how to do it. That no matter what the market is doing, you will stick to your plan. Now, we're talking about entry, and I believe that before you go through this series, the problem of entry will be solved once and for all. Okay? Now, if you look at your chart carefully, you see that this is an uptrend. It's a bullish market. Now, this is a major support level. This is a major support level as labeled on the chart. Now, if you check this big candle, this candle is where the structure broke. Okay, now, I told us that forex is all about a break of structure and retracement. You can see this candlestick break from this structure. Now, there are many traders that will start they'll start entering a trade from this candlestick. Please, it's wrong. Whenever you see a break of structure, there's one thing you must watch out for. It must be a big candlestick to break. If it's a small candlestick to break, there's every tendency that it could be a fake out. It must be a big candlestick to break. And after the break of that structure, wait for retracement. Now, when I say wait for retracement, don't wait for one candlestick retracement. Wait for a price action retracement. Like, look at what the chart did. This is a bullish flag. All this movement you are seeing trapped in this vertical support and resistance, these are all retracement. They are all retracement. Now, the market should always retrace in this form, either forming lower high, lower low, higher low. It should give you a clear price action retracement, something like this, as you're seeing on the chart. Now, the break of that retracement is not also your entry. You have to wait for what? For a bullish candlestick, or will I say you have to wait for a candlestick with body or a candlestick with obvious weak rejection. Now look at the chart. Break, this big body bullish candle broke the structure and the market retraced back to that structure. Now at the break of this chart pattern, this is your entry. This is your entry. Now, this is how you approach your entry. Break of structure, a logical retracement with full price action movement. The break of that retracement is your entry. This is how you approach your entry. Like I said, break of structure, a clear retracement, break off from that retracement. Now, I will see you in the next lecture and explain more on this. We are going to look at other price action movement. We'll look at other chart pattern, and you will find out that it's just a repetition of the same thing, just similar thing. Break of structure, retracement, big candlestick, or candlestick with obvious rejection, entry. So entering is one of the simplest thing in forex. One of the simplest. If it used to be difficult for you, just follow this brief lecture and solve that problem once and for all. All right, thank you very much. See you in the next lecture. Happy trading.